So what was that one aha moment for you of the summit?
Okay, I think one aha moment is the way this has been kind of thought about, that it's contemporary. At the same time, we are kind of looking at future responsibly, and therefore trying to get some answers so that we can get prepared. I think the lineup of speakers is great because they have seen so much in the past, and they also have kind of very good insight in terms of future. They're well informed. I think this has been a great success.
What have been your 2 to 3 top key takeaways, if I may ask?
So one key takeaway is, obviously this is more optimistic view, that we will have problem to manage growth. That goes without saying. Second, I think the AI more than challenge, it will become opportunity for all of us, and I think we all will be able to make most of that. That's, I think, second. And third, I think what I always believe, that the human value will continue to hold very, very high. That's how I look at it.
Just last one question,
Sure.
which I think as a person I need to ask from HR and XE.
Sure.
Are you likely to attend our future events?
Yeah, definitely. I would definitely look forward to attending more and more such conferences. These are meaningful, useful, and you get a lot of learning out of it. Thank you so much for all your efforts in putting this together. Sincerely appreciate.
So how did you like our summit today, Richa?
I think great insights from people who have so much of experience, and great learning session.
So what are your top 2 to 3 key takeaways from this first session of driving sustainable growth?
So I like the fact, we spoke about how when we have a situation where we have to balance business, we need to, even if there is a situation where we are asking people to leave, how to do it in a way where people, feel and understand the logic behind that, and we are doing it in a respectable way. That's most important. We have to understand what goes behind that, and, be conscious of those feelings of the person.
Any aha moment that you can recollect?
Actually, so many of them. So many experiences, that were shared. We are always taught to go uphill, but we don't know how to go downhill. When we reach the summit, we are, all set, and we think that the job is done. But there is still more to do, and that's what we have to learn. And we have, maybe that's the culture that we've been brought in, like we said, but that is something important to learn as well, and it's not easy.
I must applaud you for this particular insight. So amazing.
Not my insight, but that's what we learned today in the session, yeah. So I'm sure everybody learned so much from it.
Thank you so much for that. Would you be attending all our future sessions?
Absolutely. That's what I said. It was a very engaging session, and really so many things to take away from this session. So I had decided that I would attend the first session and go back, but now I'm here for the second session as well. So thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thank you so much. That's a compliment for us. Anything that we could have done differently to make this even a better experience?
I think everything is great. The ambience, everything, people around you, the way you've been taken care of, and the speakers. Most importantly, the ease with what everybody is kind of communicating. Very simple, but very, very well planned. So thank you so much for it.
What do you think about our first session? How did it go? Did it meet your expectations when you set out to attend this session?
Sam, the session is amazing, and I've been here for the session for the first time. So my expectations were so high. Even after that, after the completing the session, it was like it has broken all my expectations. It is awesome.
What do you think were the key takeaways for you while we were having this session and conversations with the speakers? What really stood out as a very insightful and informative takeaway for you from this session?
We have panel from various industries, all multi-billion-dollar industries, panelists from all the various industries. The key takeaway, how do you treat your employees the time of crisis? That was one thing. And second thing we spoke about, how do you travel downhill? Traveling uphill is very easy. And how do you travel downhill? And how do you do things with passion?
Do you think, any ideas you feel we could implement? And are you around for the second session and the sessions summits that we would have year after year?
Of course, sure, I'll be year after year. It was such a wonderful experience. Whatever you all did, such an amazing job. Keep doing this.
What was your thought about our first session so far?
I would say excellent. One, obviously, for the fact that we looked at a different perspective. I loved what Vikram Bector was talking, specifically in the context that we always talk about the positives. We don't look at profitability as human resource professionals. And I think it's high time for us to start thinking about profitability, sustainability, while keeping people at the forefront. I think that was my key takeaway from the first session.
What is that one aha moment or that experience for you that you felt was the, pop-up for the entire session?
Okay, so it may sound cliched, but I come from an industry which is the higher ed tech. So when people kept re-emphasizing on the need for skilling, reskilling and upskilling, I was like, wow, I'm at the right place. I can get some more business.
What is it that we could have done differently in order to give you a better experience in the summit?
Excellent, and don't hold me guilty for this. But I think at forums like this, the participant engagement could be better, because I felt the time given for participant engagement was slightly lower. We should plan it in a way, if you have a 1 hour session, we keep half an hour for participants so that you get real questions, real solutions can come out from it. And I think that's the only suggestion that I have for this session.
How did you like our first session and the topic and our panelists and speakers?
The topic was very good, as well as the panelists were awesome. Got great insights, specifically what happened in the past, how it was handled during the COVID time, as well as just heard ki in future, what is 2030, what or 40 coming in, there will be less of layoffs, more of job abundance. It is a good news for everybody. Plus also, it's not the age and the qualification will not matter, the skill will matter in future. Correct. You might come together, work in a group, go back in different project or a different thing. So that is a different era what we are looking at. So it will be always welcome.
What were your personal takeaways? If you sort of compare your experience and what the entire panel was talking about, what are those 2-3 things that you are taking away from this session?
And the panel was mentioning, as I said, the more focus would be on developing and skilling the employees rather than looking at specific skills. Skilling and reskilling them on more and more things so that employees are utilized fully in their respective areas which they like, rather than what we want to push them into.
And Rajesh, what do you think? How could we have what could we do differently, or what do you think could have added value to the session?
The session has been planned well. Only what I think, rather than giving so much time in the networking break, if you could have extended the session for question answers more or interaction more, would have helped a lot.